It's finally football time in the Bluegrass. Good evening, everyone, for Bluegrass Sports Network. We're at Anderson County tonight, and times have made it to where instead of the last game, which you never know when it's going to be, they're having senior night on the first game this year. And we'll be back with the start of the senior night in just a second. We've got our fingers crossed that it's not going to rain. It's been a gray day and looked like all day it's going to rain. Got a pretty good wind blowing. And hopefully we'll get the senior night started here in just a second. It'll be interesting to see how many games they will actually play this year, if they'll get through the whole 8 or 9 game schedule, or if it'll come to a screeching halt at some point. You can probably hear the wind in the microphone. And it's blowing pretty good.
Welcome to tonight's home opener for your Bearcats, who are hosting.
Okay, getting ready to introduce the seniors. Have new coach Mark Palmer out there. And the first senior is Will Frazier. He's escorted by his mom Jan, his dad Scott, and Trent Frazier, his brother. He's been playing for 6 years and is now the manager of the Bearcats. He wants to attend NKU to study stats. The next one is number 26, Jacob Redmond. Jacob was hurt last year in one of the first couple of games, and he never was able to come back, but Coach Palmer has allowed him to be part of the team this year. He's escorted by Christina Crawford. He's played football for 3 years, and he's going to vocational school. Next is number 1, Jacob Castle. His mom, Susie, dad, Adam, 2 brothers, AJ, who played here a couple years ago, and Eli. He's played for 3 years. He's going to go to engineering at an undecided college. Next is number 62, Dylan Davis. Parents are Donald and Rosemary Davis. He's been playing for 8 years. His plans after graduating from high school is to go to college.
And after he graduates, he plans on going to college. Number 62, Dylan Davis.
Next one is Caleb Puckett. Mom's Crystal. Dad is Chris. Sister is Caitlin. Brother Tyler. And has a new baby named Crew. This is second year playing football, played freshman and senior. He's going to college to play baseball, and the major in the school is undecided.
His major in school are undecided. Number 14, Caleb Puckett. Number 22, Caden Coulter. He's escorted tonight.
Number 22, Caden Coulter. He's escorted by Angela Coulter and Nee Whiteneck, Halen Harvey, Jacqueline Smith, and daughter Landon Coulter.
He hopes to go to college and play football, or plan to attend trade school. Number 22, Caden Coulter.
Next we have Huntley Chilton. His father's Coy and mother Kelly. He's been playing for 12 years. He wants to play football after high school and try for a teaching career.
And chase a teaching career. Number 77, Huntley Choate. Number 43, Darian Derringer. Tonight he's escorted.
Next is Darian Derringer, escorted by Sandy and Justin Derringer, his sister Ashlyn and Haven. He's been playing for 4 years. After graduation, he wants to attend college. He is already committed to Marshall University, and he wants to do something in the ministry.
Number 43, Darian Derringer. Number 2,
Next we have Gabe Elliott, escorted by his mom Ashley and dad Colby, and is with brother Braxton. He's been playing the sport for 2 years. He wants to attend either UK or EKU.
plans on going to the University of Kentucky or EKU. Number 2, Gabe Elliott. Number 24, Isaiah Fitzpatrick.
Next is Isaiah Fitzpatrick.
Tonight by his parents, Jimmy.
Parents are Jimmy and Shauna Fitzpatrick. Sister and brother Isabella and Isaac. He's been playing for 10 years. He wants to attend college and play football and run track. He hopes to earn a degree in biology and go into medicine.
Number 24, Isaiah Fitzpatrick. Number 72,
Next we have Cole Johnson. He's escorted by his parents Floyd and Penny Johnson and his younger brother Kyle.
brother Kyle Johnson.
He's been playing for 10 years.
10 years,
After graduation, he wants to continue playing football in college and earn a degree in civil engineering or sports therapy.
undecided.
Doesn't know where.
Number 72, Cole Johnson. Number 7, Dalen Hawkins.
Next we have Dallin Hawkins.
By his dad, Shane Hawkins.
He's escorted by his dad Shane and brother Brooks Hawkins. He's been playing since the 2nd grade. He wants to go to college and has an undecided major.
Undecided major. Number 7, Dalen Hawkins. Number 70, Ryan Stratton.
Next is Ryan Stratton, escorted by his mom Leslie Glass. He's been playing for 12 years, 4 years of varsity, and he wants to study nursing in college.
Number 70, Ryan Stratton. Number 19, Harrison Russell.
Next is Harrison Russell.
He's been escorted tonight by his dad,
Da-
Chris, his mom, Missy,
Dad's Chris Russell,
and his brother, Blake, his sister,
Mom Missy Braden, and sister Lakeland. He's been playing for 5 years. He wants to continue playing sports and become a professional bass fisherman.
Number 19, Harrison Russell.
Our first cheerleader
Our 2 senior cheerleaders.
is Emily Frank, escorted by her parents, Kevin and Rhonda.
Parents, Rhonda and Kevin.
Kevin's been nice enough to help us out sometime when we needed a cameraman,
7 years,
but she's been cheering for 7 years and wants to go into pre-dent.
pre-dental track, and hopes to become an orthodontist. Emily Frank.
And lastly, we have Lauren Redding, daughter of the late Richard and Jennifer Redding, escorted by cousin Kristen and Scott Hollingsworth. She's been cheering for 6 years and wants to go to EKU.
6 years.
And that is all of your seniors. And we'll be back here in a little bit with the pregame and the start of the first game of the season.
Let's give all of our senior athletes a big hand.
Today's game is brought to you by Century Bank. Anderson County is where our heart is. Century Bank, member FDIC, Equal housing lender. Store. Anderson Apothecary, just across the street from the high school on Highway 127.
See how you were feeling today.
John goes above and beyond for each and every customer that we have.
He jumped right on it. If someone needed help, John would be the first guy there. No questions asked, nothing. He'll be there.
John just wanted to open a hometown pharmacy just to take better care of his customers.
Well, I sure am glad you're feeling better. We're going to be bringing your medication by here just shortly. Is there anything else I can pick up for you?
If you haven't met John yet, come out and meet him, and you'll like him just as much as we do.
Bay Car Wash, voted once again the best car wash in Anderson County. Hurricane Bay Car Wash, open 24 hours and located right next door to Wendy's on Highway 127 South.
Running a business takes a lot of focus and dedication. Keeping up with the ever-changing tax laws and keeping up with all the numbers behind your business, while necessary, can cause distraction and even a little anxiety. That's where Charles T. Mitchell, certified public accountants, come in. They've been helping local businesses run smoothly since 1964. They've got the experience and quality you deserve, and they'll put your mind at ease. Taxes, accounting, and assurance services for your business. Charles T. Mitchell, CTMCPA.com.
Hello and welcome to Lawrenceburg, Kentucky. I'm Lanny Brannick alongside the voice of the Bearcats, Keith Klink. This is the inaugural football game for the Bluegrass Sports Network. We are so excited to be bringing you football. We know this is a weird situation this year with not that many fans in the stands, so we are the way for you to watch the game. Keith, we have what could be an interesting game tonight, but it looks like it might be a lopsided matchup just because Franklin County is a strong team.
Well, Lanny, yes, they are. Good to have everybody back this year on a different network. Heck, it's good to be having football.
Yes, it is. Absolutely.
This game, it could possibly get one-sided. It's really hard to say. Anderson, as I'll say talk about in the pregame, Coach Palmer likes to line up and run the ball, which is a marked departure from what we've seen in the past with Coach Peach. But, one never knows. Like Kentucky did last year, they take the ball and hide it and go home with it.
Yep. Well, these teams are not unfamiliar. They play each other most every year. And so we will talk a little bit more in depth when we come back in just a moment on the Bluegrass Streaming Network. We're glad to be bringing you football, and we'll see you in just a moment.
Running a business takes a lot of focus and dedication. Keeping up with the ever-changing tax laws and keeping up with all the numbers behind your business, while necessary, can cause distraction and even a little anxiety. That's where Charles T. Mitchell, certified public accountants, come in. They've been helping local businesses run smoothly since 1964. They've got the experience and quality you deserve, and they'll put your mind at ease. Taxes, accounting, and assurance services for your business. Charles T. Mitchell, CTMCPA.com.
Today's game is brought to you in part by Hurricane Bay Car Wash, voted once again the best car wash in Anderson County. Hurricane Bay Car Wash, open 24 hours and located right next door to Wendy's on Highway 127 South.
Today's game is brought to you in part by Anderson Apothecary, the cure for the common drugstore. Anderson Apothecary, just across the street from the high school on Highway 127. Today's game is brought to you by Century Bank. Anderson County is where our heart is. Century Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Can I move your bag, Keith?
Sure.
I don't want to step on it anymore. Hello and welcome everyone to Lawrenceburg, Kentucky, where we will be having the Anderson County Bearcats and the Franklin County Flyers here tonight. I'm Lanny Brannick, as we said, alongside the voice of the Bearcats. And we are going to be doing the national anthem, I believe. So we'll be back in a moment. Oh, shit.
something after you do your talk about Franklin County. Just a little stat.
And we don't want to forget today is 9/11, and as I've seen all over social media today, we will never forget. That's why the flag is at half staff today. All right, we just had a moment of silence. Yeah, Keith, take it away with the pregame. What are we expecting from the Anderson County Bearcats this year?
Well, I'll tell you what, there have been many changes in the Anderson programs following the unexpected termination of Coach Mark Peach, the winningest coach in Anderson history, right before the start of spring practice. Enter Mark Palmer, who led the Patrick Henry Patriots to the Virginia State semifinals last year. Coach Palmer's brought in a new system and a new attitude to the Bearcat program. As opposed to what Bearcats fans are used to seeing over the years, Coach Palmer likes to run a run-heavy offense with 2 tight ends, 2 wings, and a fullback, which will revolve around an offensive line which needs to block well. Yet we have looked out there in the pregame practice, and we saw 4 wides and a quarterback in the shotgun. Fortunately, the Cats have 3 returning linemen because the backfield is bare. The Cats only have 2 people who have carried the ball in a varsity game, and the same 2, Isaiah Fitzpatrick and Austin Beasley, are the only ones that have receptions. Anderson has no one back who has thrown a varsity pass.
Wow.
Defensively, it's somewhat better. Ryan Stratton, Hundley Chilton, Darian Derringer, Dylan Davis, Fitzpatrick, and Beasley return. Okay, Lanny, tell us something about the Flyers. Besides, they really fly. They've really been flying high lately.
Well, they were really good last year, Keith, and once again, glad to have everyone along on the Bluegrass Sports Network. You can go to kybsn.com to find our schedule and to find video of the games that we have recorded and covered. So Franklin County last year was 11-1, and they were in the state semifinals in the Class 4A playoffs, and they didn't have quarterback Nick Broyles, and they lost at Louisville Central 18-7. But that was no reflection on how good Franklin County was last year.
Because they beat them once in the regular season. They beat them in the regular season.
So they returned this year 16 starters from that team, which tells you that they have a lot of guys that are just playing one way. So it's an experienced team. It's a senior-heavy team. They have a Division I prospect at quarterback by the name of Nick Broyles. He is a runner and passer. He was extremely effective last year. And they have a Division I wide receiver by the name of Fred Ferrier, who has 129 career receptions for almost 2,000 yards and 22 touchdowns. The quarterback, as we were talking about, is a 3-year starter, so he will be a 4-year starter. He's 6'1", 195 pounds. He has 2,114 yards rushing with 24 touchdowns and 293 career carries. And he's also passed for 5,300 yards with 57 touchdowns, so he's a dual threat kind of guy. They have several other tremendous, talented wide receivers. They have a big tight end that's also really good, and they stack up well on defense. They're big, they're formidable, and they'll be a tough out for anybody they play this year. But this is a rivalry game, and we know what happens in rivalry games.
Well, yes.
Weird things happen in rivalry games.
Let me tell you about the last 10 games between these two teams. It's 5-5, and the point differential is about a dozen points.
Wow.
So we're going to have to see what happens here. Hopefully the Bearcats will be able to hang with the Flyers, who I saw in the paper this week they were voted by the coaches in Class 4 as the 7th best team. Of course, Anderson also plays the 8th best team, Lexington Catholic, and the 2nd best team, Boyle County.
So Anderson, we know, has a murderous schedule this year, and a new coach and a new scheme. So I'm interested to see what they look like coming out. We know they have Big Ryan Stratton there in the middle, and he is always a tough block. He knocks down everybody.
Okay, Lanny. One thing different this year is they don't have a coin toss in the center of the field.
Well, everything's different this year. We have normally we'd have a student section filled with about 150 kids down here to our right. No students. I believe you only allowed just a couple of folks per player.
Right, two per player.
Per cheerleader. We had to do a temperature check on the way in.
Yep.
And we passed. And so it's a different kind of look this year, but we're glad to be playing football.
Okay, let's see here. We've got Evan Peters kicking off. And across the front, we've got Harrison Russell, Logan Chapman, Brady Clink, Caleb Robinson, Josiah Wilson, and here we go. It's a squibber, it's a poocher, and it's taken at the 43-yard line.
I didn't see who picked it up. Somebody with very long hair.
Very long hair. I did get the very long hair. Okay, Franklin comes out with 2 wide. Anderson's in a three front.
So we should be watching for number 10, Nick Broyles, number 3, Peyton Ledford, number 87, Philip Pfeiffer, and as we said, Division I receiver.
Anderson's got a 51 out there that I think is Caden Nelson, who just went offside that they didn't call.
Mormon is in the backfield for the Flyers, Caden Mormon.
There's a snap, there's a pass out here. They've got Ferrier wide open, and he's run out of bounds by Peters. Across the front, they've got Anderson has Nelson, Derringer, Highland, and Chilton. Franklin comes out 2 wides to this side, a wing, 1 wide to the far side.
Farrier's not double teamed in this alignment.
The linebackers are Derringer, Clink. There's a sweep this way, and there's a gain of 7, and he's tackled by Ubel and Derringer.
So we're early on here. Franklin County's shown that they are willing to throw and run. It'll be 2nd down and maybe 2.
Secondary for Anderson. They've got Fitzpatrick, Ubel, and Beasley. Got 3 wide to the far side.
Ferrier in the slot, 1-on-1 with a safety.
Quarterback's back, and there's a one bouncer.
That was a miscommunication between the quarterback and the receiver. He thought he was just going to turn around and sit in the hole, and then
the Franklin County bench was yelling, "Go, go, go!" And okay, 3rd and 2 for Franklin on the Anderson 37. Franklin has receivers stacked on this side, a wide receiver. They put Ferrier in motion. Quarterback's rolling this way, swings it out there to Ferrier where he's missed. He's cutting it to the inside. And Anderson has a man down. That's 14, Caleb Puckett. He's holding a knee. And out comes the trainer, and we'll be back in just a second.
Sylvia, this is John from Anderson Apothecary. I was just calling to see how you were feeling today.
John goes above and beyond for each and every customer that we have.
He jumped right on it. If someone needed help, John would be the first guy there. No questions asked, nothing. He'll be there.
John just wanted to open a hometown pharmacy just to take better care of his customers.
Well, I sure am glad you're feeling better. We're going to be bringing your medication by here just shortly. Is there anything else I can pick up for you?
If you haven't met John yet, come out and meet him, and you'll like him just as much as we do.
Running a business takes a lot of focus and dedication. Keeping up with the ever-changing tax laws and keeping up with all the numbers behind your business, while necessary, can cause distraction and even a little anxiety. That's where Charles T. Mitchell, certified public accountants, come in. They've been helping local businesses run smoothly since 1964. They've got the experience and quality you deserve, and they'll put your mind at ease. Taxes, accounting, and assurance services for your business. Charles T. Mitchell, CTMCPA.com.
Today's game is brought to you in part by Hurricane Bay Car Wash, voted once again the best car wash in Anderson County. Hurricane Bay Car Wash, open 24 hours and located right next door to Wendy's on Highway 127 South.
Today's game is brought to you by Century Bank. Anderson County is where our heart is. Century Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Welcome back to high school football on the Bluegrass Sports Network. I'm Lanny Brannick alongside Keith Klink, the voice of the Bearcats, the longtime voice of the Bearcats. How long have you been doing this, Keith?
1986. What's that? 16.
I thought you were going to say 19 years.
No,
it's 36
it's
years.
36 years. Yeah,
or not 34 years.
Yeah, well, the steps are getting harder to climb every year. They still hadn't put the elevator in.
No, they're not gonna.
No, they haven't put the elevator in. They hadn't put the restroom in. Seniority means nothing.
Well, I guess not. We'll give you a quick update here. We got a player down on the field holding his knee. Looks like he is about to get up. Keith, you said
it's Caleb Puckett.
Caleb Puckett hadn't played football until this year.
Played as a freshman, then came back this year, and that doesn't look real good.
We're not going to speculate as to what happened. But I didn't see what happened. I just know he was down and holding his knee.
Okay, they have put, I think it was number 11, which is Braxton Briscoe in. No, Briscoe's the one that's helping him off. I'm sorry. Now try and figure out who they put in. Dallin Hawkins. Franklin has two wides to the far side, double tight. Man in motion. Quarterback's rolling this way. Derringer's after him, and that was barely an incomplete pass.
They called that a forward pass. I'm not sure.
That was barely a forward pass.
Yeah, I'm not disagreeing with the referee, but that was questionable. If it was called a fumble, I wouldn't have been surprised.
Well, the Anderson bench was yelling, "Pick it up!" and I'm sure.
They recovered the ball.
I'm sure Franklin's quarterback saying, "Well, somebody block that guy."
Well, there's no quarterback challenge, or there's no challenge.
Franklin puts a man in motion to this side. There's a little screen out to this side. He's got blockers, and he's down to the 4-yard line, where he's tackled by Fitzpatrick.
I thought he was out at the 10, but that wasn't what the referee saw. So Franklin County has not been afraid to put it in the air. That was actually a lateral. Actually. It wasn't a forward pass.
Yeah, it's taken Franklin less than a minute to march down the field here.
Yep.
Franklin comes out there in a pistol formation, receiver to either side. There's a snap, there's a handoff, and there's not much there. There's the middle of Anderson's line. It looks like it's down at about the 1. That was Derringer, Highland.
They're going to mark that right at the 1 foot line.
Yep.
The ball is
right on the line. Yeah, they're yelling go.
Yeah, this is going to be Broyles up the middle, maybe. Nope.
Nah, he might have rolled off and gotten in, and he did.
He did, yep. That's a touchdown, Franklin County. They go 55 yards and 7 plays.
In a minute and a half.
Didn't take long, and the PAT is upcoming. So we don't have a real solid roster. We're not sure who kicks. And the glasses are foggy, but I believe
it looks like 23.
That will be 15 is the holder. That's Emmanuel Smith.
There's a snap, and it's good with 10:24 in the first quarter. Franklin 7, Anderson nothing.
Running a business takes a lot of focus and dedication. Keeping up with the ever-changing tax laws and keeping up with all the numbers behind your business, while necessary, can cause distraction and even a little anxiety. That's where Charles T. Mitchell, certified public accountants, come in. They've been helping local businesses run smoothly since 1964. They've got the experience and quality you deserve, and they'll put your mind at ease. Taxes, accounting, and assurance services for your business. Charles T. Mitchell, CTMCPA.com.
Today's game is brought to you by Century Bank. Anderson County is where our heart is. Century Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
All right, welcome back, folks. Franklin County takes a quick 7-0 lead. Owen Powell's about to kick off.
And it's a squibber that's coming to the sideline where it's out of bounds. Anderson will take over 1st and 10. And let's see, they've got Ryan Stratton, Cole Johnson, Darren Davis, Donovan Evan, Jacob Castle's the quarterback. Caleb, let's see who they put in there in place of Caleb Puckett. He was one of the backs. And you've got Fitzpatrick. They've got Dallin Hawkins in. They've got Fitzpatrick and Ubel. Franklin's in a 4 front. Fitzpatrick's in motion. There's a pitch to Fitzpatrick. And he's maybe gets a couple.
That was a tough run there.
He got it pretty much on his own. Franklin's linemen are not real big guys.
Well, 87 is Philip Pfeiffer, and he's about 6'3" and about 225.
Well, they've got a linebacker that led them in tackles last year and he's a sophomore.
Yeah, their linebacking core is very solid.
Anderson's in same formation, man in motion. There's a sweep this way. Oh man, that was a good play by number 3 for Franklin County. He knocked the blocker right back into the back.
Yeah, that's Peyton Ledford. He is the sophomore.
Yeah, he's the one that led him in tackles last year.
He just would not be blocked there. So that was basically Anderson County lined up and ran that play right, and then they lined up and ran it left. So we'll see if we got up the middle this time.
Same formation. There's a pitch to Fitzpatrick, and he's trying to get to the outside, but he's dragged down on the outside, and they just threw a flag on Franklin County. One of Franklin County's players ripped the helmet off of.
Yeah, that was either gain of one or no gain.
Yeah, of Dallin Hawkins. Yeah.
Not sure what the extracurriculars there were all about.
There was a helmet that went flying, and I think the Franklin County player ripped the helmet off.
Yes, that's pretty apparent. It's probably going to be a 15-yarder personal foul.
Yeah.
We'll get the call from the white hat here.
Unsportsmanlike conduct.
Against
Anderson.
Okay.
Against Anderson, offsetting. Okay.
All
right, so
down.
It's fourth and
7.5. Now they're going to call it 4th and 5.
Fourth and 5.
They marked him. He got a couple extra yards.
Yes,
that I
he
didn't
did.
See in there. So the punting unit will come out.
They've got Ferrier back to return the punt. Anderson has Robinson punting. Long snapper's Brady Clank.
Any relation?
Yeah, know him well. Franklin looks like they're coming with the rush.
Punting into the wind or with the wind. Nope.
And he's going down the sideline, and there's a first down for Anderson. Nope, no, it's not. They have him marked out of bounds on the 42-yard line. That snap was a little high.
There was a late hit involved in there too. The referee didn't call it. He was way behind the play.
But it's first down for Franklin on Anderson's 42 with 8:13 to go in the first quarter.
Of course, we're on the wrong side of the field to tell, but it didn't look like he was out of bounds. But we can't see.
Franklin has a wide receiver this way, 2 wings. They put a man in motion. There's a little back pass. He looks like he's trying to throw. He's throwing out there deep, and Anderson intercepts on the 17-yard line. That's Austin Beasley.
So I don't understand getting real cute on a play like
I don't
that.
either. I mean, you've marched the ball down the field the first time you had it, and try and get cute, and that comes back to burn you.
It was also not the best decision for the player throwing the ball either.
No, well, I tell you what, he was throwing against the wind, and that looked like a duck.
Yeah, it was.
Okay, Bearcats take over the ball on their own 8-yard line.
So they got 5 yards of offense on the first possession. On 3 runs, 1 to the left, 2 to the right.
For this offense to work, Lanny, the line has got to move people out.
Yep.
Okay, 2 wings, a fullback. There's handoff up the middle, and there's a loss of 1, I think.
Yeah, they'll give him forward momentum, maybe to the line of scrimmage. Up, they're going to call it a
2-yard loss.
Yep, 2.5-yard loss. So we are 7:45 to go in the first quarter. You're watching high school football on the Bluegrass Sports Network. Go to kybsn.com to find our schedule and all the games we've broadcast. 7-0 Franklin County.
Anderson's in the same formation, 2 wings and a fullback. There's a counter play coming this way, and boy, Franklin is right there.
Not a safety.
No, it's not a safety. But Lanny, they've got to get some blocking out of that offensive line.
Yeah, they're getting blown up.
It's 3rd and 15.
And 2 possessions, Franklin County has 0 yards at this point. Be interesting to see if they will elect to throw the ball this time. They haven't lined up in a formation in which they could easily throw the ball.
Looks like Anderson might be calling a timeout here. Yep. Timeout Bearcats. 6:35 to go in the first quarter. 7-0 Franklin County.
You're watching football on the Bluegrass Sports Network.
Miss Sylvia, this is John from Anderson Apothecary. I was just calling to see how you were feeling today.
John goes above and beyond for each and every customer that we have.
He jumped right on it. If someone needed help, John would be the first guy there.
About it is
no questions asked.
The next 3 games,
they're
going to have to change.
John just wanted to open a hometown pharmacy just to take better care of his customers.
Yeah, what's
Well, I'm
it
sure I'm
looking
glad you're
like?
feeling better. We're going to be bringing your medication by here just shortly.
I knew we'd have
Is there
a
anything else
bunch.
I can pick up for you?
If you haven't met John yet, come out and meet him, and you'll like him just as much as we do.
Running a business takes a lot of focus and dedication. Keeping up with the ever-changing tax laws and keeping up with all the numbers behind your business, while necessary, can cause distraction and even a little anxiety. That's where Charles T. Mitchell, certified public accountants, come in. They've been helping local businesses run smoothly since 1964. They've got the experience and quality you deserve, and they'll put your mind at ease. Taxes, accounting, and assurance services for your business. Charles T. Mitchell, CTMCPA.com.
That's awesome.
Today's game is brought to you by Century Bank. Anderson County is where our heart is. Century Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
We're back live on Bluegrass Sports Network.
Okay, Anderson's up 3rd and 15. They're in the same formation. Franklin's coming on a blitz. There's a sweep to Fitzpatrick. He cuts it up and brings it up to the 11. He's going to be way short of the first down, but at least it gives Anderson a little punting room.
Tackle by Ferrier. Bring up 4th and about 7, maybe 8.
And Coach Palmer told me today that we might have a lot of people watching us from Patrick Henry in Virginia, watching his coaching debut.
Will we wish him well?
Okay, they've got Franklin's got everybody up. They've got Ferrier deep. The snap's a little high again. There's an end-over-end punt.
Good roll.
That is going to roll dead at the 37-yard line, where Franklin will take over 1st and 10.
Nothing here in Lawrenceburg. Opening game of the high school football season for both the Bearcats and the Flyers. Glad to have you along with us on the Bluegrass Sports Network. I'm Lanny Brannick alongside the longtime voice of the Bearcats, Keith Klink. Keith has been doing this since 1986. Back when we recorded the games on VHS and played them later on the cable
It was,
access.
and I've still got some of the VHS tapes. Okay, Franklin flips its tight end. Quarterback's keeping it on a quarterback rollout. And there's a flag on the play.
They're going to get somebody for a hold.
Hold, I feel like they will too. That was Austin Beasley on the tackle.
As we said in the pregame, Broyles is no stranger to running the ball.
You know, that looked. If you're old enough to remember, that looked like an old single wing.
It was
single wing sweep right there.
Broyles has 2,114 career yards, 24 touchdowns, and 293 carries. That is quite an accomplishment for 3 years, especially when he's also the quarterback.
That's a lot. Okay, Franklin's in the same formation. Have 2 wides to the far side, a wing, 1 wide to this side. There's a snap. The quarterback's rolling this way. He's coming out here. It's caught by Ferrier, and he steps out of bounds. He's going to be about 5 yards short. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
He was out 3 yards before that. I've seen the refs, what I believe, have missed 3 different line calls, but that's the way it goes in a high school game. I want to talk about Ferrier just for a second. That was a extraordinarily professional-looking route where he ran, stopped on a dime, turned around, caught the ball, and then moved it forward. It's impressive to watch him. He's not the biggest guy out there, but he runs really good routes.
Franklin's got 4 wides. Anderson shifts. They're throwing an out route. He's open, and he's tackled down there after a first down by Austin Beasley.
That's Zach,
inside the 20.
Zach Claudio on the reception. Good for a flyer first down.
First down on the 16.
Keith, the nice thing about moving football into September is it's gorgeous out here.
It is.
It's a little breezy and it's overcast, but it's a beautiful night for football.
Broyles is back. Anderson's coming on the blitz. They've got a screen set up, and this is trouble. Nice play there by Franklin. They had all Anderson's front. It was back there after Broyles, and he just flipped it over their heads for a touchdown.
Yeah, a real simple slip screen. They had 3 people out in front of the receiver of Ferrier. All he had to do was catch it and run in behind him.
Oh,
nice play design, and Franklin takes a 13-0 lead with 5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Owen Powell for the PAT.
Yep. I'll tell you what, that's a good extra point. That was a good job by the holder getting it down there because the snap was not very good. 14-0 Franklin, 5 minutes to go in the first quarter.
You're watching high school football on the Bluegrass Sports Network.
Today's game is brought to you by Century Bank. Anderson County is where our heart is. Century Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Today's game is brought to you in part by Anderson Apothecary, the cure for the common drugstore. Anderson Apothecary, just across the street from the high school on Highway 127.
Running a business takes a lot of focus and dedication. Keeping up with the ever-changing tax laws and keeping up with all the numbers behind your business, while necessary, can cause distraction and even a little anxiety. That's where Charles T. Mitchell, certified public accountants, come in. They've been helping local businesses run smoothly since 1964. They've got the experience and quality you deserve, and they'll put your mind at ease. Taxes, accounting, and assurance services for your business. Charles T. Mitchell, CTMCPA.com.
And we're back, folks. Kickoff.
There's the kickoff. It's longer this time. It's coming down to Fitzpatrick at the 11. He gets a good block to the outside, and Fitzpatrick's up to the 32-yard line.
37-yard line.
37-yard line, yes.
Well, we've seen run right, run left. They've had one play over.
The trouble is we've seen a lot of run backwards.
Yeah. One play over 3 yards. I think they've run 5 plays. No, they've run 6 plays on offense, not counting the punts.
Okay, we've got a wide to the far side. Quarterback's in the shotgun. We're unbalanced to the far side. Here comes a jet sweep to the far side. That's Beasley, and he maybe gets a yard.
Yeah, Keith, I don't like to see this, but there is a lot of pancaking at the last hollow of the whistle.
Yes, yes.
That is indicative of a rivalry game, but not real sportsmanlike sometimes.
2nd and 9 for Anderson. One thing about it, with not many people here, the players can hear the coaches.
They really can.
We've got 2 wides to this side.
I hope they're keeping it clean, if you know what I mean.
There's a handoff to Fitzpatrick, and he gets it up to the 44-yard line. That's going to make it 3rd and 4.
That was a hard run right there. Good run. Slipped one tackle. The Bearcats are not getting terribly beaten up front, but they're not winning the battle either.
No, they're being out-quicked.
Yeah. Stratton is there. I think he's playing guard tonight.
Anderson has a receiver wide to this side. Man in motion. And that was Beasley, and he didn't get a thing.
Nope. Short. Tackled by number 57, Nahavian Davis.
It looks like Anderson's going for it. 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. Fourth and 4.
Hear a little rallying from the fans here.
And
he's off.
And they jumped. Coach is up here yelling, watch the ball, and they jumped. Lanny, I don't think we had any intention of snapping that ball.
I agree with that. And it is a first down by about the length of the football. So Bearcats will take it hooker by crook, I guess. 2:44 here to go in the first quarter. You're watching high school football on the Bluegrass Sports Network. We are so happy to be bringing you this game. Happy to see so many of you on our YouTube channel, almost 400 viewers. We have folks from Franklin County, Anderson County, and all over the country watching tonight as the Flyers take on the Bearcats.
Anderson has two wings, the fullback. Fitzpatrick in motion. There's a pitch to Fitzpatrick, and he gets two.
A little bit of daylight there on the right-hand side. They're running behind Stratton, he's playing tackle. I was mistaken. He's in a tackle tonight.
That's a gain of long 2 or a short 3.
6'7", 385 for Stratton. He's a big fella. Anderson County doesn't lack for size up front, that's for sure.
Anderson's in the same formation, man in motion. There's a run up the middle, and he got it to the 46-yard line where it's going to be 3rd and 3. That was Hawkins. Third and 3 for the Bearcats.
My apologies for not calling out who's making the tackles for Franklin County. It's really hard to tell.
Well, it seems like it's a bunch of them on every play.
It's a gang tackle every single time.
Well, like I say, they're not very. If you look at them, they're not not very big, as in weighty.
Nah, but they're
very quick.
Their linebackers are a very talented group. I'll be interested to see the stats at half. I think Anderson County has less than 20 yards of offense.
Anderson's in the same formation. Man in mo, here comes Fitzpatrick on the short inside sweep, and he's going to be a yard or so short.
Well, if they're going to go for it on 4th and 6 on their side of the field, surely they're going for it on 4th and 1.
Lanny, I think that's probably going to be. I think that's the last play of the first quarter. Yeah, I haven't heard a market ready for play yet.
Yep. Well, we'll wind the clock down.
Yep.
14-0 Franklin County here in Lawrenceburg.
And it's going to be at the start of the second quarter. It's going to be about a yard and a half to go.
We'll find out what they do in just a couple of moments. You're watching high school football on the Bluegrass Sports Network.
Running a business takes a lot of focus and dedication. Keeping up with the ever-changing tax laws and keeping up with all the numbers behind your business, while necessary, can cause distraction and even a little anxiety. That's where Charles T. Mitchell, certified public accountants, come in. They've been helping local businesses run smoothly since 1964. They've got the experience and quality you deserve, and they'll put your mind at ease. Taxes, accounting, and assurance services for your business. Charles T. Mitchell, CTMCPA.com.
Today's game is brought to you in part by Hurricane Bay Car Wash, voted once again the best car wash in Anderson County. Hurricane Bay Car Wash, open 24 hours, and located right next door to Wendy's on Highway 127 South.
Today's game is brought to you in part by Anderson Apothecary, the cure for the common drugstore. Anderson Apothecary, just across the street from the high school on Highway 127. Today's game is brought to you by Century Bank. Anderson County is where our heart is. Century Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Today's game is brought to you in part by Century Bank. And
welcome back. If you're just now joining us, Anderson County went for it on 4th and 1, and we're successful.
14-0. Start of the second quarter, Franklin County.
Gorgeous night for football. Thank you for tuning in to the Bluegrass Sports Network. Thanks for all of your viewership on our YouTube channel. Go to our website, kybsn.com, for our schedule and past games.
Anderson's got a wing. There's a little counterplay. Quarterback's rolling. And, oh, boy, that's close to a horse collar. Yeah, they got it.
Yeah,
they got it.
Very easy call there. I think that was Blair Tate on the tackle there. I didn't see exactly.
Well, they had Derringer down. They had Derringer, the tight end, number 95. They had him down the field and were looking for him, but he had. It's hard to hide him. He's so big.
No,
it's hard.
you can't
it's hard to hide
Derringer.
him.
No. So this will be a 15-yard penalty.
That should give us another first down. I think I heard the Franklin County coaches say that was the second personal foul penalty on that gentleman.
It's been that kind of game. It's just these guys know each other. They're a county apart. They probably maybe played in Pee Wee football together, some of them, and they know each other.
Anderson's in the same formation, have two wings, fullback. There's a toss that's fumbled and picked up. That was Ubel. I think that's his first carry, and he tried to dribble it there, it looked like.
Wasn't a clean exchange at all.
That's a loss of 1. Second and 11 for Anderson.
Ubel's 5'10", 170-pound junior. He's got a little excited there. Castle has not been nervous. I mean, that's.
Well, he was. I tell you what, he was smart. He was smart enough not to throw that pass, to try and throw that pass to Derringer, because Derringer had two people on him. And timeout, Bearcats. They're second with 10:24 to go in the first half. 14-0 Franklin.
You're watching high school football on the Bluegrass Sports Network. We'll be back in a moment.
Hello, Miss Sylvia. This is John from Anderson Apothecary. I was just calling calling to see how you were feeling today.
John goes above and beyond for each and every customer that we have.
He jumped right on it. If someone needed help, John would be the first guy there. No questions asked, nothing. He'll be there.
John just wanted to open a hometown pharmacy just to take better care of his customers.
Well, I sure am glad you're...
Running a business takes a lot of focus and dedication. Keeping up with the ever-changing tax laws and keeping up with all the numbers behind your business, while necessary, can cause distraction and even a little anxiety. That's where Charles T. Mitchell, certified public accountants, come in. They've been helping local businesses run smoothly since 1964. They've got the experience and quality you deserve, and they'll put your mind at ease. Taxes, accounting, and assurance services for your business. Charles T. Mitchell, CTMCPA.com.
Welcome back to Lawrenceburg, Kentucky, where we're watching football tonight. High school football is back. Glad to have everyone watching us on the Bluegrass Sports Network. I'm Lanny Brannick alongside the voice of the Bearcats, Keith Klink. Keith, 14-0. It's early in the second quarter.
Well,
Anderson's trying to show a spark here.
Anderson's double tight, put a man in motion. There's another fumble. And let's see here. That's two fumbles in a row. That was Castle. That was Castle recovering it.
Yep.
And Anderson all of a sudden's got it going in reverse here.
Had a little momentum there with the penalty and
Yep.
a couple decent runs. We'll see if they'll dial up a pass. Have we thrown a pass, Keith?
No, we tried. I mean, there was going to be a pass. Castle was going to trying to hit Derringer, and when he got the horse collar.
That's right.
Okay, same formation.
3rd and 15.
Man in motion. Castle fakes. They've got a screen set up to the far side, and I'm not sure that's not a pass. I'm not sure that's not a backward pass. And if it is, it's Franklin's ball.
Who recovered the ball?
Apparently it's our ball.
I don't know what happened. We're still trying to figure it out.
Okay, I was going to say I couldn't tell if that was Franklin that recovered the ball or Anderson.
Caleb Robinson, the punter is in. Yep.
Okay, we've had Anderson needs to get the snap down here. They've got Ferrier back.
It's the scoreboard says 4th and 15, but it's 4th and 21. 22.
Fourth and a bunch.
4th and 22 here.
That's a good snap. That's a squibber. That's going to get a great Anderson County bounce. And it's down on the 16-yard line where Franklin will take over 1st and 10.
We'll take a quick break. You're watching high school football on the Bluegrass Sports Network.
Today's game is brought to you by Century Bank. Anderson County is where our heart is. Century Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Franklin's up. They've got.
Now go.
No, wait a minute. We've got a timeout here. The referee called a timeout, and he's talking to one of the Franklin players. And they're sending him off the field, okay? Not sure what that was about. Don't know if he didn't have a mouthpiece or what it was. Okay, Franklin's got trips to this side, single receiver to the far side.
Mormon went out. That's who went out.
Boy, I thought.
How is this not delay of game?
I think Derringer was coming. Oh, there's a sweep this way. And there's a flag on the play. And Anderson has somebody down here.
Brenton Sears on the carry. Brenton is a tough tackle. There's a flag down, and we're going to get.
That's probably going to be holding.
No,
yeah.
It's blocking the back.
Blocking the back. And I'm not sure who that is that's down.
That's a spot foul. It'll be 10 yards from that spot. So it'll be first and a bunch.
Okay, that was Brady Clink that was down. He's back up.
Looks like first and 16 for
right.
the Flyers.
They've got, let's see, Austin Meacham came in to replace him, and it's going to, what'd you say, Lanny, first and 16?
Yes, sir, first and 16. Flyers with 8:47 here to go in the first half.
Okay, Franklin has Ferrier and another receiver out there to the far side. Single receiver to this side. Quarterback's back. Anderson's coming on the blitz. They're going out there deep, and he's got it.
Ferrier is going to take this to the house.
And that's going to the house. Boy, that was a beautiful pass.
Wow. That was an incredible play.
That was 94 yards. Wow.
Just threw it up there, and Ferrier ran under it.
Boy, he did. Wow.
That's an impressive play, folks.
Yes, that's an impressive throw.
Well, Franklin County takes a 20-0 lead here with 8:21 to go here in the first half. The PAT will be attempted by Owen Powell. In a moment. There we go.
There's a snap. And it's right through with 8:21 to go in the first half. 21-0 Franklin.
You're watching high school football on the Bluegrass Sports Network.
Feeling better. We're going to be bringing your medication by here just shortly. Is there anything else I can pick up for you?
If you haven't met John yet, come out and meet him, and you'll like him just as much as we do.
Running a business takes a lot of focus and dedication. Keeping up with the ever-changing tax laws and keeping up with all the numbers behind your business, while necessary, can cause distraction and even a little anxiety. That's where Charles T. Mitchell, certified public accountants, come in. They've been helping local businesses run smoothly since 1964. They've got the experience and quality you deserve, and they'll put your mind at ease. Taxes, accounting, and assurance services for your business. Charles T. Mitchell, CTMCPA.com.
Today's game is brought to you in part by Hurricane Bay Car Wash, voted once again the best car wash in Anderson County. Hurricane Bay Car Wash, open 24 hours and located right next door to Wendy's on Highway 127 South.
Welcome back to Lawrenceburg. Frank Ferrier, 94 yards and a touchdown. Franklin County takes a 21-0 lead here.
There's a swivel, and Anderson got on it.
Number 21.
That was Logan Chapman that fumbled it, and then Anderson recovered it. They'll have it on the 39.
5'8", 160-pound junior. Good field position though for the Bearcats.
Now let's see if they can do something with it.
We'll see if it's more of the same or a little something different here as the Bearcats come out for their 5th possession, I believe.
They're in the same formation. They've got number 23, Josh Bixler in at one of the wings. Here comes a reverse this way. Nice move there by 23, Josh Bixler. Nice move.
That'll bring up 2nd and 1.
Second and
maybe 2. 2nd and 2.
I was gonna say 2nd and 2. Yeah.
That's a nice run.
That was a nice spin move there. That's Fitzpatrick down there. They're working on his leg. Looks like he's got a cramp.
Thanks everyone for tuning in to our inaugural football broadcast on the Bluegrass Sports Network.
Anderson puts a man in motion, fullback up the middle, and that's going to be close to a first down, but not quite.
Coaches up here are upset that the tackle was made around the horse collar. Yep, it's going to be
3rd and not very much.
No, I think they're short by about a stripe on the football.
Yeah.
3rd and
I think somewhere they could just fall forward and get that much. Yeah.
3rd and inches.
And there's first down. It's over the 50, and the Bearcats will take over on the Franklin County 49-yard line.
And
we got another flag. We got another flag. That was thrown really late.
It's a very chippy game this evening, without a doubt.
Well,
it's a rivalry game.
It is, but I mean,
we don't like to see that.
You've got one conflicting unsportsmanlike, but the rest of them have all gone against Franklin.
Yep. And they're going to call unsportsmanlike
again
on Franklin again. Franklin coaches are upset, obviously, and
I didn't see what happened. I don't know if it was as I call it, illegal mouth.
Zach Claudio goes to the bench, so maybe he was the offending party here. So it's a second first down by penalty for the Bearcats.
Yeah, take anything we can get.
And they're on the positive side of the field for the first time, or maybe second time.
Second time, yeah.
So we'll see if they are able to do something with it.
It looks like Fitzpatrick's back in there. Man in motion. There's the pitch this time to Ubel. He comes up there. It looks like he's got 3 or 4.
Solid run there. One of the problems with that kind of play for Anderson County's line is they are big, but they're not super agile.
No.
And I noticed Stratton pulled from tackle and never got in front of the
blocker.
He never got in front of the ball carrier.
Yeah.
It's 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5.
5:40 to go here in the first half.
Anderson puts a man in motion. There's a pitch to Fitzpatrick.
Little daylight
He's bounced
here.
it to the outside, and he's down to the. They need about a yard, I think.
Tackle by number 5, Gavin Hurst, sophomore.
Yeah. They need 2. The ball's on the 26. Anderson needs to go to the 24.
So 5:20 and running here in the first half.
Well, Lanny, this is what we said before the ball game. Anderson has to do. They have to get the ball and hide it, and not let Franklin have it.
Exactly. Franklin can't score without the ball. That was the way Bill Parcells ran the Giants.
Yeah. Well, and like I said, that's what Kentucky did last year with Bowdoin, is they just take the ball and wouldn't let the other team have it. Man in motion. There's fullback up the middle, and he's got the first down. And
ball's on the ground.
Now they're saying it's down. They're saying it's down. It's going to be first down Bearcats.
Franklin County coaches are obviously unhappy up here.
Franklin County coaches are excitable.
Well, I think they have a chance to do something at the.
No, they do. I mean, they
playoff
do.
level.
Yeah, they do.
So every play is critical this year. Not unlike the 2 seasons ago when Anderson County was undefeated.
Yeah. Okay, Anderson has it 1st and 10 on the Franklin 22. Man in motion. Fullback up the middle, bounces off a couple and gets to the 20, maybe inside the 20. Let's see. That was Hawkins who replaced Puckett, and I haven't. I don't know if they took Puckett off or they carried him off, but I never did see what happened after they took him off. I don't see him on the bench.
No, he was taken away on a cart.
Was he? Okay.
Several minutes ago.
2nd and 8.
Hope he's okay.
Here's a pitch this way to Fitzpatrick, and he's down to the 16. And we've got timeout. Franklin County with 3:42 to go in the first half. Franklin 21, Anderson nothing.
You're watching high school football on the Bluegrass Sports Network.
Running a business takes a lot of focus and dedication. Keeping up with the ever-changing tax laws and keeping up with all the numbers behind your business, while necessary, can cause distraction and even a little anxiety. That's where Charles T. Mitchell, certified public accountants, come in. They've been helping local businesses run smoothly since 1964. They've got the experience and quality you deserve, and they'll put your mind at ease. Taxes, accounting, and assurance services for your business. Charles T. Mitchell, CTMCPA.com.
Today's game is brought to you in part by Hurricane Bay Car Wash, voted once again the best car wash in Anderson County. Hurricane Bay Car Wash, open 24 hours and located right next door to Wendy's on Highway 127 South.
Welcome back, everyone. We're in a timeout. 3:42 to go here in the first half. I'm Lanny Brannick alongside Keith Klink, the voice of the Bearcats. 21-0 Franklin County with Anderson County knocking on the door. They have a 3rd and 4 from the 16-yard line.
And Lanny, I will say this, social distancing on the Anderson County sideline is gone. They have all those nice little red lines, and they've got them marked off, and all the players are supposed to stand on their lines, and they're not. Well, of course, neither's Franklin County, so that's okay. Okay, it's 3rd and 4 for Anderson. Have 2 wings, fullback, man in motion. There's Ubel, and he's trying to drive forward, and he's down to the 15, and Franklin calls another timeout. Okay, Lanny, let me do something here real quick during this timeout. Something we didn't get a chance to do last year. Last year was the first year for Anderson that their women's golf team went to the state tournament.
Awesome.
They were coached by Robbie Hanks. The members that went to the tournament were Haley Case, Alika Lewis, Lauren Holmes, Kennedy Gilchrist, and Lindsey Martin. And they are coached by Robbie Hanks. And I think so far this year they've only lost one match. And while we're talking about state tournaments, we'll throw in that the Anderson County girls went to the state tournament. They're one of the 10 undefeated teams in the state at the end of the year when the tournament was called off. They won an exciting game over Franklin County in the first round of the tournament, 40-38. And congratulate Coach Birdwhistle and the Lady Bearcats. Okay, it's 4th and 2 for Franklin. They've called 2 timeouts. Try and keep time on the clock, and Anderson moved. Yep, quarterback was ready to pull out, except wasn't the snap count. Okay, looks like Anderson's going away from that tight formation. It's going to be it's 4th and 7. Anderson's putting in a couple wide receivers. Castle's in the shotgun.
Harrison Russell out there.
There's a snap. Oh, boy, I'll tell you what, Lanny, that big defensive back, he looked like the volleyball player from the other night. He just smacked that down.
That's Philip Pfeiffer. He's 87. He's a defensive end and a tight end.
He did a number on that pass. I think he was trying to swing it out to Fitzpatrick. Okay, Franklin has 3 minutes, 30 seconds to go. Of course, they might not even take 3 seconds here.
Well, you know, they called 2 timeouts there successively to get the ball.
Yeah, and they did. And
so we're 3.5 minutes left here in the first half, and they're trying to.
Yeah, Anderson's gone to cover 2, which is there's quarterback's back, looking inside screen, and he's taken out of bounds by Beasley up here on the 36-yard line.
So that's Nick Broyles to Gavin Hurst for a pretty good pickup, and clock stopped at 3:22.
Franklin has single receiver to the far side, twins to this side.
So they tried to go on 2 and draw them off. Didn't work. Now
Franklin stacks the receivers on this side. Quarterback's back, swing it out there to Ferrier, and he's missed out there on the side. Cutting it back. And it's to the Anderson 43-yard line.
Plenty of time here. There's no reason to hurry. There's 3 minutes and 13 seconds, and they stop the clock while the chains move.
Anderson's trying to get people off the field.
4 wides.
And there's a quarterback draw. And
picked up almost 5.
That was Sizemore on the tackle for Anderson. 2:50 to go in the first half.
Scoreboard says 2nd and 7. The announcer says 2nd and 6, and I say 2nd and 5.5. The clock's running now, and they're changing the play at the line of scrimmage.
There's a snap, trying to run a quick screen. He slides. That's a nice tackle
really
there
nice
by
tackle.
Derringer. Derringer grabbed him by an ankle.
Yep, big 95. So that brings up third and
about 4. Yeah, that was a number change I found out right before the game started.
95 is Derringer.
95
right?
is Derringer.
Okay,
yes.
thank you.
Of course, I don't know if you remember last year, he changed numbers more times in the season.
Yeah, he changed during a game, I believe.
Yeah.
Minute 50 here to go in the first half. 21-0 Flyer lead, and they have the ball.
Man in motion. There's a sweep to the far side. There's a big hole there, and he tackled over there after a first down by Beasley.
That's Claudio on the run. He had all kinds of space.
Beasley is a safety, and he's making most of the tackles.
It's not a good recipe for defense. So
minute 39 to go in the half.
Chains move, and the clock runs now. Franklin's sideline saying, hurry up, hurry up.
And Franklin's got trips to this side. There's a slip screen over to this side. And he's tackled out of bounds over there by Logan Chapman.
Claudio again on the reception.
Down on the 13-yard, Bearcat 13-yard line.
I see WKYT here. Nice to have Steve Moss, one of my longtime friends from way back in the WKYT days, on the sideline.
Okay, we've got trips to the far side. Franklin, single receiver to this side. There's a snap. It's a little low. There's that slip screen again. And there's 2 or 3 broken tackles, and he's down there. There's a touchdown.
Yep. Touchdown, Franklin County. With 1:08 to go in the first half.
Yeah, I couldn't tell who caught that, but they just throw it to those receivers out in space, and they're just quick. That's all you can say is they're quick.
Yeah. PAT attempted by Owen Powell.
There's a snap, another bad snap, and there's an incomplete pass. Pressure was back there by Dylan Davis, but that was another bad snap. And it's 27-0 Franklin County with 1:08 to go in the first half.
You're watching high school football on the Bluegrass Sports Network.
Today's game is brought to you in part by Anderson Apothecary, the cure for the common drugstore. Anderson Apothecary, just across the street from the high school on Highway 127.
Running a business takes a lot of focus and dedication. Keeping up with the ever-changing tax laws and keeping up with all the numbers behind your business, while necessary, can cause distraction and even a little anxiety. That's where Charles T. Mitchell, certified public accountants, come in. They've been helping local businesses run smoothly since 1964. They've got the experience and quality you deserve, and they'll put your mind at ease. Taxes, accounting, and assurance services for your business. Charles T. Mitchell, CTMCPA.com.
Welcome back to Lawrenceburg, where the Franklin County Flyers have a 27-0 lead over the Anderson County Bearcats. Here, the opening game of the 2020 football season. You're watching football on the Bluegrass Sports Network.
And there's a long kick. That's a good kick that's going to roll into the end zone. I don't understand why they don't do that every time. I mean, they've got a guy that could kick the ball to the end zone. Okay, Anderson's got 1:08 to burn. Both teams have one timeout. I've got a feeling that Anderson is probably just going to be happy to take it into the end zone, or take it in at the half down 27-0.
They would be happy to take it into the end zone, but I don't know if they can do it in 1:08, not with this kind of offense. It's been a frustrating night for the Cats as far as just being able to move the ball with any kind of effectiveness. They have had moments and plays here and there where they were effective running the ball, but they really had a tough night defensively.
Well, they as we've said, they just don't have the speed that Franklin does.
No, and Franklin is a good team.
And as they say, speed kills.
In this game, it does. Well, it's hard to tell if they're going to take a knee or if they're going to run. I doubt they will take a knee.
There's handoff up the middle and a gain of 4.
And that will take us inside a minute.
That was Hawkins on the carry.
Looks like we'll run at least one more play here.
Yeah.
Thank everyone for tuning in. More than 500 on our YouTube channel tonight, watching high school football on the Bluegrass Sports Network. Thank you all for tuning in.
There's a sweep coming this way. And that's going to be the last play of the first half, with Franklin County leading 27-0.
Let the clock tick down here, and the players will head to the locker room. and we'll take a quick break. You're watching high school football on the Bluegrass Sports Network.
Today's game is brought to you by Century Bank. Anderson County is where our heart is. Century Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Hello, Miss Sylvia. This is John from Anderson Apothecary. I was just calling to see how you were feeling today.
John goes above and beyond for each and every customer that we have.
He jumped right on it. If someone needed help, John would be the first guy there. No questions asked, nothing. He'll be there.
John just wanted to open a hometown pharmacy just to take better care of his customers.
Well, I sure am glad you're feeling better. We're going to be bringing your medication by here just shortly. Is there anything else I can pick up for you?
If you haven't met John yet, come out and meet him, and you'll like him just as much as we do.
Today's game is brought to you by Century Bank. Anderson County is where our heart is. Century Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Running a business takes a lot of focus and dedication. Keeping up with the ever-changing tax laws and keeping up with all the numbers behind your business, while necessary, can cause distraction and even a little anxiety. That's where Charles T. Mitchell, certified public accountants, come in. They've been helping local businesses run smoothly since 1964. They've got the experience and quality you deserve, and they'll put your mind at ease. Taxes, accounting, and assurance services for your business. Charles T. Mitchell, CTMCPA.com.
Today's game is brought to you in part by Hurricane Bay Car Wash, voted once again the best car wash in Anderson County. Hurricane Bay Car Wash, open 24 hours and located right next door to Wendy's on Highway 127 South.
This is our founder, Clint Goins.
Founder? I know. So no, I'm not really the founder. I'm just really all four of us are founding members. So.
There's a couple of guys you won't see here tonight, Jason Gilbert and Bo Craycraft. I got that right. We have met a time or two. Anyway, we wanted to talk about why this format this year is so important. This is a new venture for us. We've done Anderson County for years,
4 or 5 years,
and now we're expanding. Bluegrass Sports Network will expand to do some Franklin County games, some Frankfort games. We'll pick up
Western Hills.
We'll pick up whoever wants to sponsor a game.
We might be doing some Shelby County games. We'll see.
But streaming this year is so important because, as you know, not many fans can get out to the games. And so we want to provide you the best service possible on the Bluegrass Sports Network. You can go to our website, kybsn.com. Clint, this has been a passion of yours for a number of years.
For a long time.
You've been involved in sports. What did you, when you got the opportunity this year to do some broadcasting during the COVID pandemic, were you excited about that?
Oh, yeah, because I felt like, they need me. You feel wanted. Not that I didn't feel wanted before, but it I know there's a lot of people that you like to be dependent on, there are coaches from other schools that are reaching out to us. There's my microphone. I forgot where it was. That are asking, can you come do our games? Can you come do our games? And I'd like to, but this is we had a game cancel on Monday. This is my 4th game this week, and we've got a soccer game tomorrow morning, which features Anderson County and Franklin County girls soccer at Franklin County. I think next week we've got like a 4-game schedule, so we're doing a lot of sports.
It's a lot. That being said, if you are interested in having us come to a game, if you are interested in sponsoring the product that you're seeing on Bluegrass Sports Network, you can go to our website and contact us.
Right.
We're consistently looking for sponsorships, and we are consistently looking for opportunities to promote your business and to promote your student athletes. I mean, that's what
Right.
this is all about.
That's really what I mean. You know, I tell everybody we're not in it for the money, and we're not in it for the money, but money would help. It would allow us to do some more games, to hire some people. We try to give high school students that are interested in this field some experience, and we throw them a little money if we've got it. So yeah, if you're a sponsor, particularly, reach out to us. We'd like to talk.
Yeah, we'd like to talk. So anyway, I wanted to bring Clint on and talk about this new venture a little bit. Clint, we got a 27-0 game here at half.
Yeah, well, we kind of thought, at least I kind of thought it might be this way. Franklin County is very good this year. I know they've been very good for a number of years.
And we're going to have a few of their games this year.
Yes, we are. And Anderson County has got a first-year head coach. They lost all of their backfield from last year, so it's I won't say it's a rebuilding year, but it kind of is for Anderson County because of the new coach and the new quarterback, and there's a whole lot of new. They got to learn a new system.
Yeah.
So but they've had some flashes, and the Bearcats have, but Franklin County is pretty tough. They're a solid team. They are a top 5 team in their class schedule. And unfortunately for the Bearcats, every home game they have, the other team is a top 5 team in their class. So the good thing is the Bearcat defense, for the most part, I think, has played okay.
Breakdown here and there, but you're going to have
for
breakdowns.
the first game, especially.
I mean, you see a Division I athlete out there running around with high school guys.
Yeah.
Farrier next year will be playing Division I college football
somewhere. Yes.
Somewhere. So you can see the difference. Anyway, we wanted to come on and talk a little bit about Bluegrass Sports Network. And
thank you for watching. We appreciate it. Please like us, follow us on Instagram or Twitter or, I don't know, Bo's the social media guy. Whatever we're on, please follow us.
Well, here's
subscribe to our channel.
Here's what you can do right now. If you're on YouTube, go down and hit the like button and subscribe to us. That way you get notifications when we're going to have a live event.
You got to hit the bell to get the notifications.
Hit the bell.
So, subscribe, hit the bell.
Subscribe. I feel like a YouTuber all of a sudden. My kids watch YouTube. That is their television. Subscribe, like, and subscribe. But anyway, like and subscribe. You can catch us on Facebook as well. We're happy to be here. And right now we're going to take a quick break. Thank you to our sponsors that we have who's been with us for several years.
Yeah. And Charles T. Mitchell, our first-time sponsor.
And we'll be glad to have you. If you want to be a part of this, reasonable rates. You won't believe how low they are.
That's right.
So come see us. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back with the second half. Thank you for watching high school football on the Bluegrass Sports Network.
Running a business takes a lot of focus and dedication. Keeping up with the ever-changing tax laws and keeping up with all the numbers behind your business, while necessary, can cause distraction and even a little anxiety. That's where Charles T. Mitchell, certified public accountants, come in. They've been helping local businesses run smoothly since 1964. They've got the experience and quality you deserve, and they'll put your mind at ease. Taxes, accounting, and assurance services for your business. Charles T. Mitchell, CTMCPA.com.
Today's game is brought to you by Century Bank. Anderson County is where our heart is. Century Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Today's game is brought to you in part by Anderson Apothecary, the cure for the common drugstore. Anderson Apothecary, just across the street from the high school on Highway 127.
Today's game is brought to you in part by Hurricane Bay Car Wash, voted once again the best car wash in Anderson County. Hurricane Bay Car Wash, open 24 hours and located right next door to Wendy's on Highway 127 South.
While we were gone at the half, they observed a moment of silence in memory of former Bearcat Jill Hurst. Jill passed from this life to eternal life 1 year ago after observing a football game here at Anderson County High School. She was a graduate of ACHS class of 2019. We give thanks to Jill for her life and her gift to others. She signed her driver's license donor card and had her wish and let her wishes be known that she wished to donate her organs so others could live. Jerry and Christy Hurst, also ACHS graduates, for the last gift of organ donation to others. And Jill donated her heart, her eyes, her liver, and several other organs so that others could live. Remarkable for a teenager to think that far ahead and do that for others.
Absolutely.
Okay, we don't have any stats. I don't know if they didn't show up or what happened, but there are no stats. It's 27-0 Franklin County. Franklin County's getting ready to kick off. And real quick, did you know a Coach Nocta, Lanny?
John Nocta, absolutely, yes.
You knew Coach Nocta. Well, Coach Nocta said to say hi to you. I play golf with him a couple times a week, and he's a fine fella. But when he asked me who I did the games with, I said, well, the guy I do games with, I know he's a Bourbon County graduate. And he said, well, what's his name? And I told him, oh yeah, you tell Lanny I said hi.
Well, yeah, John Nocta was the football coach at Bourbon County till about 91, and then he went on to coach at Bryan Station in Lexington,
yeah.
And then he was principal there, I believe.
There's a poocher, and it's caught on a fair catch on the 33 by Hudson Ubel, and the Bearcats will take over 1st and 10.
Yeah, so how is Coach Nocta as a golfer?
He's like all of us. He's very inconsistent.
In the 80s and 90s, I hope, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah. Oh,
well.
yeah. He is. He can hit the ball. He can hit the ball a ton.
Well, he's about 6'2" or 6'3".
Yeah.
And he was a rock solid 225 back in the day.
Yeah. He can hit the ball a ton. That's for sure. Okay, well, we've got a change in quarterback here. Brady Klink's in at quarterback, number 6. I don't know. There's the pitch back to Ubel. He cuts it back, and he gets a couple yards. I don't see Jacob Castle anywhere down there.
Not sure what's happened with that. We don't have any reports.
But, hey, Lanny, I will say this. He's the only one out there that's thrown a pass. And he did that last year in the JV game.
Yep. So same formation we've been seeing.
Yeah. There's a toss to Fitzpatrick. Oh, boy, there's a good hit and a fumble. And Franklin's got it. Boy, I tell you what, somebody stood Fitzpatrick up and just laid the wood to him.
Yeah, that was a serious hit. I didn't see who made the tackle. It's so
Boy,
hard.
Yeah, he put his head right on the ball and boom.
So that'll bring up 1st down and 10 for Franklin County.
On Anderson's 36. Boy, he just, I don't know who that player for Franklin County was, but boy, he drilled Fitzpatrick.
Royals is in the shotgun. 3 receivers right and 1 left.
Royals pumps fakes, rolls to the outside. He's just throwing it up, and it's incomplete.
Well, it wasn't Broyles' fault necessarily. He threw it up there and was trying to let Ferrier run underneath of it. The wind is blowing that direction just a little bit. And I think it just floated on him, but
So that's about the first time we've really gotten any pressure on him, except for that one where that time that Derringer got back there to him.
Yeah.
Over here on the sideline, Anderson has Caden Coulter warming up, and he's the one that's listed as the backup quarterback. Okay, Franklin has two receivers to each side. They motion a man. Quarterback's back. They're throwing that screen over here, and that's going down the sideline, cut back, and good blocking downfield, and there's a touchdown.
Caden Moorman, the sophomore. Ferrier was wide open on the right-hand side, but he threw the screen side and made it look easy, just ran it in. That'll be 33-0 Franklin County with 10:57 to go here in the third quarter.
Okay,
Owen Powell on for the point after attempt.
There's a snap.
Bad
It's
snap.
another bad snap.
No.
And that's no good. But I tell you what, the holder made a heck of an effort to get that ball down.
The ball bounced
so he
twice
could kick
before it got to him.
Okay, 10:57 to go in the third quarter. 33-0 Franklin County, and we'll be back in just a second.
You're watching high school football on the Bluegrass Sports Network.
Running a business takes a lot of focus and dedication. Keeping up with the ever-changing tax laws and keeping up with all the numbers behind your business, while necessary, can cause distraction and even a little anxiety. That's where Charles T. Mitchell, certified public accountants, come in. They've been helping local businesses run smoothly since 1964. They've got the experience and quality you deserve, and they'll put your mind at ease. Taxes, accounting, and assurance services for your business. Charles T. Mitchell, CTMCPA.com.
Today's game is brought to you in part by Anderson Apothecary, the cure for the common drugstore. Anderson Apothecary, just across the street from the high school on Highway 127.
Oh, fair catch.
There's a fair catch over there on the far side by Caleb Robinson.
$10:57 here in the third quarter.
And
Anderson trailing the Flyers 33-0.
And let's see who Anderson sends in at quarterback. I saw the backup on the depth chart, Caden Coulter warming up, and I didn't get much of an answer from the Anderson. Well, they've got Clink still back in at quarterback. They've got Fitzpatrick, Ubel, Hawkins in the backfield. There's a handoff up the middle, and there's a gain of a couple.
I think Anderson is content to just see what they have. This game is,
well,
not necessarily out of hand, but it's probably not a winnable case for them at this point. But
the good news is that it gets easier after Franklin. I mean, you're starting out with a number 7 team in the state, and Anderson's next 3 opponents did not have winning records last year.
Well,
Anderson puts a man in motion. There's a pitch to Fitzpatrick, and he gets maybe a yard.
that was an interesting play, watching Clink actually turned around and tossed the ball and then ran to get a block. That's dedication from your quarterback. But that's a 1-yard gain, and this is
3rd and 8.
the kind of offense we've seen tonight from the Bearcats.
And we've got Lanny. We've got a man down.
Yep. So let's take a quick break while the trainers attend to the player down on the field, and we'll be back in just a few moments. You're watching high school football on the Bluegrass Sports Network.
Today's game is brought to you by Century Bank. Anderson County is where our heart is. Century Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Today's game is brought to you in part by Hurricane Bay Car Wash, voted once again the best car wash in Anderson County. Hurricane Bay Car Wash, open 24 hours, and located right next door to Wendy's on Highway 127 South.
Hello, Miss Sylvia. This is John from Anderson Apothecary. I was just calling to see how you were feeling today.
John goes above and beyond for each and every customer that we have.
He jumped right on it. If someone needed help, John would be the first guy there. No questions asked, nothing. He'll be there.
John just wanted to open a hometown pharmacy just to take better care of his customers.
Well, I sure am glad you're feeling better. We're going to be bringing your medication by here just shortly. Is there anything else I can pick up for you?
If you haven't met John yet, come out and meet him, and you'll like him just as much as we do.
Running a business takes a lot of focus and dedication. Keeping up with the ever-changing tax laws and keeping up with all the numbers behind your business, while necessary, can cause distraction and even a little anxiety. That's where Charles T. Mitchell, certified public accountants, come in. They've been helping local businesses run smoothly since 1964. They've got the experience and quality you deserve, and they'll put your mind at ease. Taxes, accounting, and assurance services for your business. Charles T. Mitchell, CTMCPA.com.
Take one to the
Welcome back to Lawrenceburg as we have a player coming off the field.
That's Fitzpatrick.
Yep, didn't see what happened. Seems to be walking off mostly under his own power. I do want to talk real quickly about what you're watching, the Bluegrass Sports Network. If you go to our website, kybsn.com, you will find all kinds of information, including our upcoming schedule, where we'll be and what sports we're covering, and you'll find all of the past broadcasts that we've done, and you can rewatch the games there. So we'll talk a little bit more about that in a moment.
Okay, we've got Austin Beasley in taking Fitzpatrick's place. And he's in motion. Clank's rolling, and he's got a completion to Derringer. Ooh.
Wow.
Boy.
That brings the crowd alive.
Derringer laid a hit on number 5. I admire number 5 for hanging in there.
Yep. Lowered the shoulder.
Yes, he did.
That looked like a football play out of the 40s, but
yeah,
it was effective.
Yeah. First down, Anderson.
So that's their first first down of the night. And
that's their first completion.
Yes, you took the words out of my mouth. First completion. 1st and 10 from the 47-yard line, or 48-yard line.
Anderson has 2 wings, man in motion. There's a pitch this way. He cuts it back, brings it over midfield, and I think they're going to mark it right on midfield.
Gain of 3.
Like you said, Lanny, there's something you don't see very often, quarterback pitching the ball and then making a block downfield.
No, you don't see that very often. Franklin County with most of their starters in, I don't expect to see that too much longer.
Anderson's in the same formation. Man in motion. There's the pitch to the far side. It's fumbled, and I think Franklin County got it. Yep. That's what the
87 Philip Pfeiffer.
That's about the 4th turnover. That's about the 4th turnover of the night for the Bearcats.
Well, Bixler never had the ball, and he was trying to look ahead before he got hit, and he never controlled the ball.
And we've only got 10 guys out there.
So Franklin County takes over, leading 33-0. 8:46.
There we go. We got somebody else out there. We only had 10 players out there. There's a snap. Anderson's trying to get a rush. over here to this side. And
Ferrier
he slips
breaks
a
a
tackle. And he's out of bounds. Boy, we had him dead to rights on the 30-yard line, and he broke a tackle down to the 10. He's a player.
Yeah, it's a man among boys when you're watching a Division I future athlete play against some, good high school players.
Yeah.
It's just a difference that will grow even as he plays throughout his senior year.
I think that was Jubal on the tackle for Anderson. Franklin's got wide receivers both ways. Motion a man.
Bad
There's
snap.
a snap.
But Ferrier
They've got
is
a man out there
open.
wide open for the touchdown.
That's Ferrier's second touchdown of the night. And that will cue the running clock.
Yes.
Keith.
With 8:30 to go in the second quarter, or third quarter rather.
Owen Powell is on for the PAT. Now this has been the adventure of the night.
Yeah, the adventures in snapping.
If the PAT holder is going to get the ball.
There's a snap. It's a good one this time. And the extra point's good. With 8:30 to go in the third quarter, it's Franklin 40, Anderson nothing.
And we'll be back in just a moment. You're watching high school football on the Bluegrass Sports Network.
Running a business takes a lot of focus and dedication. Keeping up with the ever-changing tax laws and keeping up with all the numbers behind your business, while necessary, can cause distraction and even a little anxiety. That's where Charles T. Mitchell, certified public accountants, come in. They've been helping local businesses run smoothly since 1964. They've got the experience and quality you deserve, and they'll put your mind at ease. Taxes, accounting, and assurance services for your business. Charles T. Mitchell, CTMCPA.com.
Today's game is brought to you by Century Bank. Anderson County is where our heart is. Century Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Welcome back to Lawrenceburg. We're about to kick off here. 40-0. Franklin County dominating the Anderson County Bearcats.
There's another pooch kick. It bounces in. Let's see. I thought that was Fitzpatrick back there, but it's not. That was 23, Josh Bixler. Yeah.
So we will have a running clock here for the duration of the game.
Yeah, and be interesting to know what happened to Jacob Castle, because I don't see him anywhere down on the bench, and got like I say, got Brady Klink in at quarterback, and Brady quarterbacked the JV last year.
Well, he has completed a pass and gotten a first down.
Well, the thing about it is, I know he hates this because he'd rather play defense than play quarterback.
Well,
okay. Anderson's got the two wings, the fullback.
Yeah, that's an offside.
And I think Anderson took a timeout.
Okay, well,
timeout Anderson.
We'll take a timeout with them. We'll be back in just a moment. You're watching high school football on the Bluegrass Sports Network.
Today's game is brought to you in part by Anderson Apothecary, the cure for the common drugstore. Anderson Apothecary, just across the street from the high school on Highway 127.
Today's game is brought to you in part by Hurricane Bay Car Wash, voted once again the best car wash in Anderson County. Hurricane Bay Car Wash, open 24 hours, and located right next door to Wendy's on Highway 127 South.
Running a business takes a lot of focus and dedication. Keeping up with the ever-changing tax laws and keeping up with all the numbers behind your business, while necessary, can cause distraction and even a little anxiety. That's where Charles T. Mitchell, certified public accountants, come in. They've been helping local businesses run smoothly since 1964. They've got the experience and quality you deserve, and they'll put your mind at ease. Taxes, accounting, and assurance services for your business. Charles T. Mitchell, CTMCPA.com.
All right, so what we just had happen in commercial, Anderson County snapped the ball. There was a fumble and a recovery from Franklin County, and the score is now 46-0. So
I'm not sure. It looked like they were trying. It looked like they were trying to pitch the ball again, and that did not go well.
Nope. So 6 minutes and running here in the third, 46-0. And the PAT.
Well, oh, that was blocked by Derringer. That was blocked by Derringer.
So the holder, the snap was fine that time. The holder fumbled the ball. The kicker kicked it anyway, and it was blocked by Derringer. Anderson coaches are upset. I'm not sure about what. But they'll find out on the tape.
Yeah. Like I say, I'm like you. I'm not sure what they were what they were upset about.
No, I didn't see. So Franklin will kick off again. Owen Powell kicking off.
Let's see, Anderson. I was trying to see who Anderson's got deep back there. They've got Bixler, and it looks like 15, Dalton Smith. And we've got Richmond Boggs coming on late. And we're taking a full run at it this time. And it's taken on the 10 by Bixler. And he brought it up to the 35. That's a nice return by Bixler.
Excellent return. Had some blocking. And the Bearcats will take over. 1st and 10 on the 35. Not bad field position.
Not a bad run back. No, that was a nice run back.
33. Oh, 33. Thank you. So if you're just tuning in tonight, thank you for watching the Bluegrass Sports Network on YouTube. You can catch us on Facebook and at our website, which is kybsn.com. There you can find all the past games that we've broadcast and our upcoming schedule. And if you want to be a sponsor for this broadcast, you can contact us there.
Okay, we've got Bixler and Hawkins in. And there's another fumble. I don't know who, I couldn't tell. Let's see here. That was Gabe Elliott, I believe.
Pfeiffer was in there on top of the ball, didn't get it, but he was in on the tackle. He's so tall. Yep. He's 87 from Franklin County. He's a defensive end.
Anderson's got Logan Chapman in now. Looks like Anderson's starting to put a lot of the reserve backs in.
It's time to get some experience. This game is out of hand. It's 46-0 with a running clock. No shame in getting some young guys experience.
Man in motion. There's the pitch back to Bixler, and boy, he's racked. That's a loss of about 3 or 4.
Yep. I'll bring up 3rd and 13 with 2.5 minutes to go here in the third quarter.
And Lanny, like I said, the social distance on the sideline is just completely broken down.
No, they're not. Nobody's wearing masks down there. But I will tell you what, we couldn't get in here without a mask on tonight. I had my temperature taken. The crowd is doing a pretty good job of distancing from people that are not family units. I see lots of mask compliance, and I'm pleased with the way the Anderson County fans have conducted themselves here tonight. Hats off.
Okay, we're confused. Okay, we've got the shotgun. 2 men in motion. Can't do that.
No, that's going to be a false start and a 5-yard penalty.
Not Canadian football. Not Canadian football. That play, there was confusion out there from the start.
Yep. Well, we're at 1.5 minutes in the third quarter. Again, if you're watching us on YouTube, hit the subscribe button and the like button, and that way you'll get notifications when we're going to have a sporting event. We will be broadcasting Franklin County, Frankfort High, Anderson County, and others, Western Hills. We're doing volleyball, boys and girls soccer, and football as long as the seasons go. We're so happy to be bringing you our first football game tonight on the Bluegrass Sports Network.
Okay, Anderson has a receiver flank wide to this side. Put a man in motion. There's a sweep coming this way. There's a gain of about 3, and about 5 Franklin County players came through there and hit Beasley. Lanny, that looked for a second like that might go somewhere.
Yep. Nice to see Russell being very sportsmanlike and helping a Franklin County player up off the turf.
Okay.
And that'll be the last play of the third quarter as the clock ticks down under 10 seconds. Well, maybe they're going to run a play.
Anderson doesn't have near enough people out there.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. They're not going to run the play.
Nope. There we go.
Right.
Okay, into the third quarter. Franklin 46, Anderson nothing.
You're watching high school football on the Bluegrass Sports Network.
Running a business takes a lot of focus and dedication. Keeping up with the ever-changing tax laws and keeping up with all the numbers behind your business, while necessary, can cause distraction and even a little anxiety. That's where Charles T. Mitchell, certified public accountants, come in. They've been helping local businesses run smoothly since 1964. They've got the experience and quality you deserve, and they'll put your mind at ease. Taxes, accounting, and assurance services for your business. Charles T. Mitchell, CTMCPA.com.
Welcome back to Lawrenceburg, Kentucky. Anderson County 0, Franklin County 46. It's been a one-sided affair. This is not unexpected. Franklin County comes in here highly ranked in 4A, coming off an 11-1 season last year where they were ousted in the state tournament by Central without their starting quarterback, who has been spectacular tonight. Clint?
Well, I'm surprised Franklin County still has Ferrier in there returning punts.
Yeah, I am too. No reason to do that at this point, but
Franklin looks like they're gonna come with the rush. Oh, it's a high snap.
No return necessary.
And there's a safety.
Good job by the punter on getting on top of the ball and preventing 6 points and giving up only 2, but not the kind of play you want to have happen here trailing at this late juncture of the game.
48 to nothing.
So now there'll be a free kick. Oftentimes that's punted.
That's a punt. There's a lot of times it's a punt.
And that'll come from the 20-yard line.
Trying to see if they've got Peters in there. It'll be from placement. If I was trying to see if they've got Robinson in.
There's confusion on the sideline. This is a tough kind of night on a high school coaching staff, just because everything is in disarray. It's the new coach debut, and this is just not the way you want to see it go.
Well, first thing you don't want to do is open with Franklin County.
Yeah, you know what? We didn't know if we were going to have a season until about two, maybe 3 weeks before the season, and we are just hopeful that we continue to have football this year.
Okay, we've got Robinson to kick off. There's a high kick. It's taken at the 38.
Looking for some room.
Looking for some running room, and there is some over
Hurst.
there. There's a nice tackle over, open field tackle over there by Arson Russell. Harrison, I think it is. Harrison Russell. That was a nice open field tackle. Anderson County's getting some backups in there. They've got Dawson Waller, Tanner Watts.
They have 12 on the field right now.
Richmond Boggs.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's one too many.
They still have 12?
No.
3, 7. No, they're good.
28's coming up.
Yeah.
23's coming up.
Let's see. They've still got Evan Peters in. Trevor McCowan, number 18.
Royals is still in a quarterback.
They're throwing a slip screen over here to this side. And that's knocked out by Beasley. Down on the 14-yard line.
Did they make a change at quarterback?
Yes. I think they did.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, number 9.
Change at quarterback in. That's Ty Taylor. He's a freshman. So they do have a senior that will be leaving the program, so this is a chance for Taylor to get some reps for Franklin County.
There's a handoff, and Anderson's back there. And that's 76. Dawson Waller, and trying to see who else that was. Dallin Hawkins, number 7.
Let me correct myself. Jaden Madison isn't a quarterback. He's a junior. Jaden Madison, number 11, is a quarterback. Ty Taylor is a freshman running back.
Franklin puts a man in motion. There's a jet sweep coming this way. And he's brought down by Evan Peters. Down on the 5-yard line. It's going to be third and 2.
That's their speed back.
And Franklin looks like they're putting a whole new team in.
Is this the jumbo package? 7 minutes to go here in the 4th.
Well, I think they've got number 11 in at quarterback now. They've got a receiver way out to the side. There's a handoff up the middle, and he stopped down at the 3.
Yep, that's number 3 on the carry. That's Peyton Ledford.
That was Trevor McCowan on the tackle.
Six and a half minutes to go here on the Bluegrass Sports Network.
They've got 57, James Branscombe in.
Same formation.
There's a second back through, and he's into the end zone for the touchdown.
Peyton Ledford, 3 yards to the left for the touchdown, and they extend the lead 54-0. I see the buses are lined up over there between the football field and the baseball field. And this one is just about over. Adventures in kicking upcoming.
Yep. Actually, it's been adventures in snapping.
Yeah, really.
Well, that was a bad snap too, but he got it off, and I believe it's right through there, and it is. With 5:40 to go, 55-0, Franklin over Anderson.
You're watching high school football on the Bluegrass Sports Network.
Today's game is brought to you by Century Bank. Anderson County is where our heart is. Century Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Today's game is brought to you in part by Anderson Apothecary, the cure for the common drugstore. Anderson Apothecary, just across the street from the high school on Highway 127.
Welcome back to Lawrenceburg. Lanny Brannick with Keith Klink. 55-0. Franklin County flexing its muscle here tonight, just showing what kind of Class 4 team it can be. Anderson County with the new regime, new coaching staff, new offense, still have some bugs to work out.
Well, like we said, the schedule's going to get easier after this. This is just really hard to. Okay, let's see. It's dropped, picked up.
All right, running clock, 4 minutes and 10 seconds.
That was Josh Binder out there. Real quick, we've got a timeout, Anderson.
We'll stay here for a second. Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. Next 3 ball games are away, and from what I understand, Harrison County next week they're only allowing 2 tickets per player, but WCKN.com is going to stream the audio of the Anderson-Harrison County game. They come on at 7 o'clock. So for all that people from Anderson that can't go,
that's WCYN.
WCYN.com will stream the game. They come on at 7 o'clock. Lincoln County, which is the next week, is WPBK FM, and that you can find that on your computer too. So the next 2 games will be streamed.
And we want to talk a little bit about the Franklin County football schedule. They will host Woodford County next week.
No, they do not. Franklin County's field is not ready. They are going to Woodford County next week.
County, okay.
Yeah, they're going to be going to Woodford County next week. See, we've got Waller coming in. I'm not sure. Let's see here. There's a sweep coming this way to Binder. We've got Caden Coulter in at quarterback.
So apparently, Keith, they have played soccer on that field. So maybe it is ready.
Yeah, they did. Yeah,
and then September 25th, Franklin hosts Shelby County. I lost it.
That's yours. Okay, and Lanny, Anderson just lost another. Anderson's had half a dozen people hurt tonight.
Yeah, it's been a rough game for them. 2nd and 10 with 3 minutes to go. Handoff, ball on the ground. And we'll see. Preliminary indication is
Anderson's ball.
Anderson keeps it.
Yeah, like I said, about the worst thing about tonight is Anderson's had several people hurt. They've lost a couple starters from a team that has a lot of numbers, but they're not real deep.
Yep. A lot of guys going both ways. And the numbers game caught up to them a couple years ago in the playoffs against Highlands. It's just, the size of this school is the size of this school. It's a little small town.
Anderson puts a man in motion. There was a pitch back to Caleb Robinson, who brings it back to the original line of scrimmage.
We're under 2 minutes here. And that'll bring up 4th and 9. And
Anderson's
took
going
the
to punt.
Coaches a moment to realize it was 4th and 9. Oh, first game jitters.
Okay, we've got Robinson in to punt.
Players still coming on the field. Minute and 20. As we wind down this game. Again, if you're still watching, thank you for catching us on YouTube. Like and subscribe, and you'll get notifications when we have
There's a nice high punt, and it's there you go. That was good work there. That was Clink and Davis that were down on the receiver. And Lanny, we've got about one more play, and enjoyed. I watched y'all on the volleyball the other night.
Yeah, we had a good time. Clint and I played volleyball in college, and Clint has played volleyball as an adult for 30 years probably, and he's run leagues, so he knows everything there is to know about volleyball. And I've forgotten a little bit, but we have a good time calling volleyball. It's a fun game to watch, and it goes quickly, and sometimes you got some really good athletes like we caught the other night. We had one of the players for Shelby County was just phenomenal.
Yeah, she looked like she was a big
gal. She was an 8th grader.
She reminded me of that big gal from the UK had.
Yeah.
Okay, final score, Franklin 55, Anderson nothing. And we're not sure when we'll be back. There's a chance we might be back for the Collins game. We're gonna have to check on that, but if not, it'll be 4 weeks from tonight against Bourbon County. Want to thank Clint. Want to thank Lanny. Thank Bo. We don't have any stats, so it was Franklin County looked like a number 7 team in the state.
They truly did. They didn't shake hands after the game, and I thought, how weird was that? But
no, you don't shake hands anymore. You just kind of wave. You kind of wave at them. All right,
we'll take a quick break and come back and wrap up here in just a moment. You're watching high school football on the Bluegrass Sports Network.
Running a business takes a lot of focus and dedication. Keeping up with the ever-changing tax laws and keeping up with all the numbers behind your business, while necessary, can cause distraction and even a little anxiety. That's where Charles T. Mitchell, certified public accountants, come in. They've been helping local businesses run smoothly since 1964. They've got the experience and quality you deserve, and they'll put your mind at ease. Taxes, accounting, and assurance services for your business. Charles T. Mitchell, CTMCPA.com.
Today's game is brought to you by Century Bank. Anderson County is where our heart is. Century Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Welcome back to Lawrenceburg. Not the result that the home team wanted.
No, but like I say, that's the number 7 4A team in the state.
Yep.
They're good. They've got a lot of athletes. Anderson has work to do.
Yep.
And they're trying to learn a new system, and they've got work to do, and hopefully they've got 3 games that they can get a lot of work done before they start on their district schedule.
And
we lost Caleb Puckett on about the second play of the ball game. The quarterback Jacob Castle, he didn't come back in after the half, and don't quite know what's wrong with him. So we'll just have to see what happens next week. Like I said, Harrison County Radio does cover Harrison County, so you all can listen to it, it'll be audio only. But since you can't go, you might as well listen.
All right. So on the Bluegrass Sports Network tomorrow morning, we'll have girls soccer, Franklin County versus Anderson County. That's in Franklin County. It's at Franklin County High School. Tuesday, September 15th, volleyball, Western Hills versus Franklin County. And then Thursday, September 17th, boys soccer, Frankfort versus Franklin County. And I want to say again how happy we are to be bringing you sports on the Bluegrass Sports Network. It's a weird season. We're happy to be having high school sports
That's
at
for
all.
sure.
We didn't know if that was going to be the case. So with limited attendance, I'm not saying we're the only game in town, but we're one of the games in town that's going to bring you games, high school games that you might not be able to go to, and you can watch right on our network. You can find us at kybsn.com. If you want to be a sponsor, you can contact us through that website, and we would love to talk to you. But for this evening, I'm Lanny Brannick, signing off for Keith. Thanks, Keith, and we'll see you tomorrow morning on KYBSN and Bluegrass Sports Network.
And I'll see you next time they have a football game. Good night, everybody. Thank you all for watching.